Imagine this. One morning, you open your eyes, stretch, place your feet on the floor, and feel them strong and steady beneath you. No trembling, no sharp pain, no fear that a single misstep might throw you off balance. Instead, there's confidence, strength, and a quiet sense of freedom as you start your day. You step out onto your porch, take a deep breath, and think to yourself, I'm still strong. I'm still free. But I know, for many of us in our 50s, 60s, or even 70s, that feeling isn't so familiar anymore. Instead, there might be those sudden night cramps that jolt you awake, or the heaviness in your legs after just a short walk up the stairs. Maybe it's that tingling, pins and needles feeling in your feet that leaves you wondering what's really happening inside your body. I once had a patient, Mary, 72 years old, from Florida. She told me, "Doctor, I used to love my evening walks. But now, after just a few minutes, my calves tighten up and I have to stop. I miss the feeling of walking freely without fear of falling, and I know Mary isn't alone. Many people share the same worry. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Leg problems, muscle weakness, loss of balance, night cramps aren't just a sign of aging. Yes, time changes our bodies, but often the root cause lies elsewhere. Our bodies silently running low on essential nutrients. When just one link in that chain is missing, the whole system that keeps your legs strong can start to fall apart. Think of your body as an orchestra. For the music to sound beautiful, every instrument has to be tuned and play in harmony. But if just one violin is off key or the drums lose rhythm, the entire melody suffers. Your legs are the same way. They need the right balance of vitamins and minerals, so your muscles, bones, nerves, and circulation all work together. When one part is lacking, the music of movement becomes clumsy and offbeat. In my 30-plus years of working with patients over 50, I've seen incredible transformations when people simply give their bodies what they truly need. One man who thought he was too old for long walks told me that, after just a few months of adjusting his diet and taking the right vitamins, he could stroll through the park with his grandchild without fear of falling. Another woman, who used to lose sleep from painful leg cramps, called me one morning, excited and joyful. "Doctor, for the first time in years, I slept through the night without a single cramp." You see, our legs, though often taken for granted, are the foundation of freedom and dignity as we age. When your legs are strong, you can go to the market, climb a few stairs, or walk into your children's living room without anyone's help. It's not just about movement, it's about independence. It's about believing you're still in charge of your life. So today, I want to help you discover the key nutrients, those silent friends in your body, that keep your legs strong and steady. From vitamin D, calcium, B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and B6, to omega-3s, protein, and even simple water, each plays a role in your body's orchestra. And when all are in balance, your legs can once again sing that familiar melody of freedom. Have you ever wondered, are my cramps or leg pain really just from getting older? If your answer is not sure, you're already on the right path, because your body is always trying to tell you something. I need your care. And our job isn't to suffer in silence, but to listen, understand, and respond. In the next part of this video, we'll explore each of these vitamins and minerals, not in dry medical terms, but through real stories, real experiences from my patients, and simple practical tips you can start using at home today. Because I truly believe that whether you're 55, 65, or 75, your legs can regain their strength, stability, and lightness again. Are you ready? If you're watching this video, chances are you, or someone you love, has felt the pain of leg cramps, sleepless nights, or unsteady steps. So take a moment for yourself. Stay with me for the next 15 minutes. Let's learn how to care for your body and rediscover the amazing gift that good nutrition can bring. And before we begin, tell me, how old are you and where are you watching from? I'd love to see how our community is growing so that each story and lesson we share today can reach thousands of others, people just like you who are ready to keep their legs strong, steady, and free every single day. You know, when we reach our 50s or 60s, the body begins to speak to us in a completely different way. Back in our 20s, we could stay up all night, grab a quick meal, and still feel fine the next day. But now, just one sleepless night or one skipped meal without proper nutrition, and you feel it all day long. I often tell my patients, at this age, your body no longer stays silent. It begins to whisper, sometimes it complains, and every now and then, it shouts. One of those whispers often shows up at night, when you're fast asleep, and suddenly your leg cramps so hard it jolts you awake. I've had patients look me in the eye and say, "Doctor, I dread going to bed because I know that pain is waiting for me." But here's the truth. Those cramps, that heaviness in your legs, that sense of weakness, they're not random. Most of the time, they're signals, signs that your body is quietly running low on nutrients it desperately needs. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, how simple nutrients, the kind we often overlook, can completely transform how you feel, how you move, and how you sleep. So, let's sit together for a while. Imagine this as a conversation, just you and me, because I promise, if you listen closely to your body and give it what it's asking for, you'll discover that health, even after 50, can be stronger, steadier, and more vibrant than you ever thought possible. You see, as we age, the body doesn't just wear down, it changes. It's like a partner that now needs more attention, more care, more presence. And one of the clearest ways it calls for help is through leg cramps, fatigue, or those restless nights when your muscles just won't let you rest. Let me tell you about Mary, one of my patients. She's 68. She came to me with a tired face and told me, "Doctor, I'm afraid to sleep because every night my calves lock up so painfully." When we tested her, she was severely deficient in magnesium. Once we added magnesium back into her diet, the change was dramatic. A month later, she smiled and said, "Doctor, I finally slept through the night for the first time in years." That's the power of magnesium, a simple mineral, but it relaxes the muscles, calms the body, and spares you from those midnight cramps. But magnesium doesn't work alone. Think of your body as an orchestra. Every vitamin, every mineral is an instrument. If one is missing, the whole symphony sounds off. Take calcium and vitamin D, for example. Have you ever felt your legs tremble just climbing a few stairs? Calcium is the building block of your bones. Vitamin D is the architect that directs calcium to the right places. Many patients of mine have had plenty of calcium in their diet, but still developed osteoporosis because without enough vitamin D, the calcium simply couldn't do its job. Just 15 minutes of morning sunlight or a few mindful choices at the dinner table can make all the difference. Then there's vitamin B12. Richard, a 72-year-old gentleman, once told me, "Doctor, it feels like my brain and my legs aren't connected anymore." He was right. His body was starved of vitamin B12, which the nervous system needs to send clear signals. With the right supplements, he regained his balance and even joined a seniors' dance club. He told me, "Now I can dance without worrying about stumbling." And let's not forget water. Yes, just plain water. It's one of the most overlooked nutrients in older adults. At this age, we don't always feel thirsty, so we drink less. But dehydration is one of the hidden causes of leg cramps. How many times have you woken up in the night with a sudden, sharp cramp, only to realize later you barely drank any water that day? That's your body talking to you. I always tell my patients, carry a small water bottle, take little sips throughout the day, skip the sodas, skip the heavy coffee, choose clean water, or add a slice of lemon, maybe a sprig of mint. Such a small shift, but it can help you sleep better, move easier, and wake up with more energy. And let's talk about protein. As we age, muscles naturally shrink. It's called sarcopenia. It's one of the biggest reasons older adults lose their strength, lose their independence. Protein is the fuel to fight that. You don't need mountains of it, but you do need enough with every meal. Eggs, fish, beans, lean meat. These foods protect your muscles, so your body stays strong enough to carry you where you want to go. I want you to think about this. After 50, health is no longer a race. It's a long, steady walk. You don't need to sprint. but you do need to keep stepping forward. Every vitamin, every glass of water, every morning walk in the sun, it all adds up. And together, it can keep your body steady, your mind clear, and your life full. My friend, after all these stories, all the science, all the lessons I've learned over decades as a doctor, I want to leave you with one thought. What is your body telling you today? If your legs feel heavy, if your sleep is restless, if your energy fades faster than it used to, that's not the end. That's your body's way of asking for care, and you have the power to give it. I often remind my patients, 60 is not the last hill. It's just a curve in the road. You don't need to drive fast. You just need to drive carefully and notice the beauty along the way. Think of your health like a garden. If you neglect it, weeds will grow. But if you nurture it, if you plant the right seeds through nutrition, gentle movement, and self-care, your garden can bloom again, no matter how many seasons have passed. And it's never too late to start. Anne, one of my patients, was 72 when she decided to change her diet and start morning walks. 6 months later, she told me, "Doctor, I feel 10 years younger." Change doesn't have to be grand. It begins with the smallest things. A little more water, a few more vegetables, a short stroll outside. Because here's what 35 years of medicine has taught me. Health doesn't come from what you do once. It comes from what you do every single day. So tonight, before bed, I want you to ask yourself, what one small thing can I do for my body tomorrow? A glass of water, 10 minutes in the sun, a protein-rich breakfast? Those little choices, over time, become your strength. And I'd love to hear from you. Has your body been whispering something to you? Share your story in the comments. I promise, your words might inspire someone else who needs to hear them. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Because here, we don't just talk about health. We talk about how to live fully, vibrantly, after 50. So remember, it doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is that each day you take one more step with stronger legs, a calmer heart, and a healthier spirit. Thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you steady steps, peaceful sleep, and many more years filled with vitality. I'll see you in the next video.